All right, we're back with a story, a fatality that we reported on. It was actually an accident that we reported a few days back, and now it's a fatality. Tyler Martin has gotten the latest on it. Tyler, when we were on scene, everybody thought that was a fatality, but of course, I don't think the gentleman died until Wednesday. Give us the latest.
Well, this individual was ejected from the Mazda van that was involved in an accident.
We are back, and I can hear.
He was ejected about 50 feet from what Virginia State Police told me. And his name is Lloyd Gilley. He is 43, and he is out of Fieldale, Virginia. And he was pronounced dead earlier, late Wednesday afternoon. And we spoke to Carilion Hospital, and that's who confirmed that Mr. Gilley had passed. He was 43, and as I said, of Fieldale. He was one of the passengers that was in the Mazda van, the Mazda vehicle that was involved in that accident.
Now, when I got there on the scene, they told me that there was one person out of that van that was ejected 50 feet. And the first thing, people on the scene thought he was dead already. Mm-hmm. Apparently, through all the life support systems and so forth, they were able to revive him and get him to Roanoke, to Carilion, and see if they could keep him in good shape. But apparently, he just wasn't able to manage through it. There were some roses placed there at the scene. We believe this is where he may have landed. And we actually put that on our Facebook the day we covered the story, but we'll put it on the air now. That was some roses that were thrown there quickly. They're on the side of the highway. Mm-hmm. But you could tell, just how serious the state troopers were taking the story. I mean, I counted at least 7 troopers on the scene. Now, Tyler, you cover a lot of accidents. Isn't that unusual?
Well, it is, Charles. And what I spoke to the Virginia State Police, and what they told me is some of those officers were actually just from Patrick County. They were going back home. They'd gotten off duty. They were heading back home. They just stopped to assist. Now, one of the troopers that was over the investigation, he said he called in reconstructionists. The state police have their own reconstructionists that come in. There are other troopers that take pictures, mark the roads, and that way they know the position of every vehicle. They know, if a person's ejected, they know exactly where they landed. They mark everything so that if need be, if like this turning out to be a fatality, if need be any kind of legality issue, they can reconstruct that accident dead to the money. They know exactly what was where, who was where, and that way, if it ends up in a court case, they have all the evidence and everything to pull which side of the case they need to pull. Right,
and I expect this one will go to court, and it might be 2 or 3 different angles and so forth. Obviously, with all the insurance companies involved and so forth, they want to have the evidence and have it accurate. So I'm sure that's one of the reasons they took it so seriously there. But you can see a lot of debris. They had to bring in bulldozers to move the debris. It definitely stopped the street up there. They were able to get the traffic around the Old Country Store and keep things moving pretty quickly. But you could just tell that the day of the accident, and we reported that, I believe, obviously they were taking this very seriously. And the rumors had gone across town that this already was a fatality. But we didn't report that on the day of it. But we usually like to hear from somebody official before we do that. So I'm really glad that we stuck to our guns, because there were more sources than one saying that there was a fatality there that day. And, in the long term, they were right, but he didn't die that day. So we got it accurate, and I appreciate you getting that information. But fatality, let's give the name one more time.
His name is Lloyd Gilley. He's 43 of Fieldale.
All right. We got a lot more coming up on Star News. We got Facebook, Frenzy, and more. Stay with us.